everybody. Welcome back to the Art of the 40s podcast. I am your host, Britt Bratt, and I want to thank you so much for joining us or me again. It has been a long time since I've been on, and I just want to apologize for my tardiness, but it is a new month. It is December 2023. We are in the last month of 2023. So we're just going to try to go out of this year gracefully, happily, and just getting ready to set new goals for the new year. Now, I come to you today proposing that I will start December off trying to post every day. It's going to be difficult, but I want to really set a goal doing a Christmas vlog leading up until the 31st of this month, because there are so many things that I want to reach out to you guys about. Put a little something on your mind as we are in our 40s. Some of you may not be in your 40s, but it's perfectly fine if you're coming into or you're leaving out. We should have a lot of agreements, and if we don't have an agreement on a topic, then it's a disagreement. So leave the comment down below and let's talk about it. Let's figure out how we can make each other better. Okay, deal. So, as you guys know, I'm still a little new to this, but I do have some episodes listed wherever you listen to podcasts. It's on Apple Podcasts and then Spotify, and I think it's a couple of more platforms, but I'm not too familiar with them. But however, it is linked on that platform. So you can always listen anytime while you're driving in a car, sitting at your desk. If you want to hear my beautiful voice, then just tune in. The Art of the 40s. Before we get started with today's topic, I would like to say I turned 41 November 24th, Sagittarius gang. And although my birthday really wasn't a really big deal because it wasn't a milestone, I sat back and I reflected on the things that I went through this year in 2023, and I'm content with it. I'm happy with it. I met new people. I let old people go. I really found myself. I still have a searching to do. I'm still finding myself spiritually, and I know that takes time, and I know that I'm willing to do the work. So really, I'm just looking forward to 2024, because I feel like the tools that I have and that I have laid before me is definitely going to help, because you have to set yourself up for success. I know that sounds corporate and it sounds, by the book, but it definitely helps. It definitely helps to have a foundation and have a sturdy, fully built, stable foundation for anything that you are trying to build in your life. If it's a relationship, if it's financial goals, if it's, relationships, friendships, you just have to have a solid foundation, because if you don't have that solid foundation, then things will be rocky. Things going to lean to the left, they're going to lean to the right, and you're not going to understand why. It's because you don't have a solid foundation, meaning you don't know exactly, what type of person you are, what your strengths are, what your weakness is. So you definitely have to know that for yourself. You definitely have to know that. Now, today, and again, these podcasts are very short, especially the ones that I'm here by myself. I will have special guests. Actually, the next episode will be with my friend Dory. So I have a guest, but I try to keep it between 15 to 30 minutes, just so I could, possibly record maybe 2 or 3 a day so I can have something to upload on the days that I cannot record. But today, the topic is going to be about happiness. And I feel like I hear a lot of people in their 40s talk about how unhappy they are. And some similar, terms to happiness is pleasure, satisfaction, cheerfulness. But the definition is happiness is an emotional state characterized by feelings of joy, satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment. While happiness has many different definitions, it is often described as involving positive emotions and life satisfaction. So, I feel like we all want happiness in our life. No one wants to go around feeling sad. That's just number one. That's what I take happiness for, is not being sad. And I, off the back of my mind, one of the many times, well, 3 times in my life that I felt happiness was when I gave birth to my 3 daughters. So anytime I think about them, or anytime I think about, during the pregnancy or having my children during labor, just to see their face and just to see that I was able to, give birth and give life to 3 human beings, it makes me happy. It gives me happiness that I have 3 people that look to me for help, that look to me for advice, that look to me, to take care of them and to give them wisdom and knowledge. So that definitely is happiness to me. Also, I found happiness, just thinking about my parents. It's with great satisfaction and contentment that I have the parents that I have. So I thank God on a regular, for my parents, because I felt like they were specially made for me. They get me and they understand me. They know what I'm going to say. They know what I'm going to do. They know what to expect. So, I'm truly happy for that. Now, getting to the nitty-gritty of things, I was not happy. I did not have happiness in my heart when I was turning 40. And I felt like when I turned 40, in 2022, it was just a lot that I was going through. And as far as relationships and friendships, happiness was not there. And so a lot of things kind of went downhill for me last year. I was not where I wanted to be as far as my job. And that's what it was, because I wasn't happy. I didn't have that happiness. My emotional state was bad. And so because I didn't have happiness, I didn't give happiness. So I had to stop and think about that. And it was actually this year where I had to be like, you know what, Brittany, you have so much to be grateful for. And even though you're going through emotional roughness, an emotional state that you probably have never been in your life, you have to step it up. Happiness has to be an ingredient in your foundation for you. And so as I thought about it and I prayed about it, I prayed for happiness. I prayed for love. I prayed for kindness. I definitely always wanted to have a positive, like a positive outlook on me. I wanted people to view me as a positive person. And I feel like nowadays, you can just read negativity on people. You can see how they look. You can see, the first thing that they say, their tone, you feel aggressiveness. You just feel the negative vibes all around. And I never wanted to be that type of person. And I feel like I never have been, but the past 2 years, especially last year, I definitely showed that. I feel like not being happy definitely took a toll on my business. It took a toll on my love life. And it took a toll just on, my whole social surroundings. So for that, I encourage you to definitely look deep, try to find that happiness, try to build that into your foundation, because being happy will definitely shift any mood. It will definitely shift the mood of other people. When your happiness shines, it shines on others, and they take that from you. They take that, they get that, and it's just a whole, it's like a vibe. It's a vibe of happiness. And if you're happy, people, they ain't gonna have no other reason but to be happy. They might have something on their mind, and you're happy. You emotionally show it, and so it carries on to them. It definitely, like, so be happy. Do it. It's really not that hard. And so one other thing that I want to leave with you today, just to think about, is what brings happiness. Okay. And this is Google telling us what brings happiness. So let's roll with it and let's see if that's true or not. True happiness is enjoying your own company and living in peace and harmony with your body, your mind, and your soul. To truly be happy, you don't need other people or material things. Happiness is the consequence of personal effort and living a life of purpose. So I agree with Google. That is so true. I feel like you have to enjoy yourself. Just like I said before, building that foundation. You have to enjoy your own company and living in peace and harmony with your body, mind, and soul. It's a must. And I feel like that's what true happiness is, because you definitely have to have that emotional support. You have to. And sometimes it's really hard for us to find happiness, and I get it. I've heard it, I've seen it in movies, I've watched it on reality TV, and it is hard to be truly happiness. But I feel like if we start working on it now, then the possibilities are endless. I just looked at, I have a wall art and it says eat, drink, and be happy. Like, that's all we gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Eat, drink, especially a mimosa, and be happy. So again, I want to thank you again for tuning in. I guess we're going to call this maybe a December vlog or Christmas vlog. But again, I'm going to try to upload a video every day. If I skip a day, forgive me. But I'm trying my best. But thank you again for tuning in to the Art of the 40s. I'm your host, Britt Bratt. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Would you like a receipt?